I'm fighting for the life of my child and every child in New York City, New York State, and the country. Why the life? Because they spend 8 hours a day in school, and schools have the opportunity to craft a curriculum that is rich and gives children the full body and breadth of what childhood and education can be, and I'm not seeing it being implemented. What I see happening is the narrowing of the curriculum, so I'm fighting the narrowing of the curriculum. I'm fighting the use of high-stakes tests, which are not an accurate measure of who these children are, and I really want to see a holistic education opportunity for all children. I think that I'm fighting this segregation, even though we're not calling it segregation. We're separating kids from those who are gifted and talented and providing resources for them, and we're putting everybody else at the bottom. And I think that all children are not created equal in the sense of every child learns differently, so we have to craft an education plan that helps every child 100%. My child scored well enough to get into a G&T program, and I thought it was great, except what I realized happening was that across the way in the general ed, they did not have a smart board, they were not being enriched the same way, and I saw a very two-tiered system within one school, which did not serve the entire school. It served 25 children. And so I was really disturbed by that, because my daughter, when she leaves this school, is going to join the rest of the universe. And if she's only separated and only taught with a certain elitist identity, then she needs to, how is she then going to fit into the rest of humanity and what goes on? I think the number one challenge is time. Being an activist is a full-time job, in addition to being a parent, in addition to being a working parent and a single mother. What I see happening, though, is that the more I connect to other people, other parents, other organizations, that helps me stretch my time. Why? Because I can send one email and I can hit hundreds of people in that email, and people are moving on their own as well. And so as we network, I think the issues of time become less of an issue because we're spreading the word a lot farther. A huge obstacle to all of this is that every time we seem to overcome or deal with one hurdle, a policy shift is made, and the reformers have thrown another left curve, so that we've got all of these balls in the air, whether it be school co-location, charter schools, high-stakes testing, privatization, teacher evaluations. All of these things coming down the pipeline at once has made it really difficult. It's like we're running on marbles. I have a 9-year-old child, and she's got a lot of years ahead of her, and it's really important for me that we see a result at the end of this, that something changes within her career as a child in public school. What sustains me is that I look at kindergartners and I think, what about them? What sustains me is that I drive through neighborhoods in Brooklyn where my daughter doesn't go to school, and I think about those kids in those classrooms and where are they going to be in 10 years or 12 years. That sustains me. It's too important to me to see fairness and equity in our society, and I think until that day comes, I will always be doing this. Reclaim the conversation on education. We can do this.